there are only 3 ways to sign new clients that exist. Like there's only 3. I'm gonna break them down in this video. So if you are someone who's struggling to sign clients consistently, this can be extremely helpful for you, so you know exactly what you're doing wrong and how to fix it. So I was listening to this conversation on, one of our sales calls. And this was kind of a funny objection because we get this from time to time. It's just a limiting belief that comes up for people. They'll say, oh, I tried XYZ before. It didn't work for me. I tried outreach before. I tried paid ads before. I tried content. I've tried this thing and it didn't work for me. Very common limiting belief that people have. All right, because it seems logical on the surface level. All right, you try to do outreach for, a month and you don't get any results. You don't sign any clients from it. You try paid ads, you put, $200 into it and you don't book a call from it. And it seems logical on the very surface level. But the reality is this. All right, you know for a fact that there are hundreds, if not thousands, of competitors in your exact niche who are doing each of those 3 methods of outreach, content, and paid ads successfully. They are signing clients with them. You're not. So what is the difference here? Why are they successful? Why are they signing clients consistently with these 3 methods, but you're not? You tried it out, it didn't work for you. What's the reality? Our reality is this: you've just been doing it wrong. Like you're just doing it wrong. Like that's the truth. There's nothing else to it besides you are doing the method wrong. All right, they're doing it right. That's the difference. All right, it's not that it doesn't work for you because you're a special snowflake, your offer and your niche and blah, blah, blah. It's because you're doing it wrong. You just have to do it better. All right, there's a skill gap. That's what's actually going on. So to break this down, you have to go back to first principles of why does paid ads work for someone else? Why does outreach work for someone else in your exact niche, but it doesn't work for you? All right, it comes down to this. It's called stimulus and response. All right, so this is a fundamental formula of why these people are acquiring clients and why you aren't. All right, so stimulus and response, what is that? So the stimuli is whatever is the thing that you're putting in front of prospects. So for example, it could be your outreach message, could be your ad, could be the content you're producing, anything like that is a stimulus. And basically your hope is, hey, when they see the stimulus, they're going to take an action to get closer towards becoming a paying client of yours. And so what's happening is your stimulus is not converting to the responses that you want. All right, stimulus and response. All right, and their stimulus that is working is just getting positive responses. That's it. So you just have to change the stimulus that you're putting in front of people. Like that's what I mean by you're doing it wrong. It's just like you're doing the wrong things. You're putting the wrong stimuli in front of your target market. That's why it's not working. All right, so that's the truth. That's like the hard truth. Like, please, I don't want to hear this ever again. Like, I wish I wouldn't, but I know I still will. But please, like, if something didn't work for you, it's because you're just not good enough. It's because you're doing it wrong. It's not like some mystical thing or your niche or whatever. Like, it's not how it works. Like, literally every single method of client acquisition works. From paid ads to cold email to cold DMs to warm DMs to content to organic stuff to email marketing to, mailing people stuff, to knocking on doors. Like literally everything works. Everything in the world works because it's all stimuli and response. Like if you put the right stimuli in front of the right humans, they will buy, period. They will take out their wallets, give you their credit card and say, hey, let's do this thing. Like that's it. It does not matter your method. You can do, carrier pigeon. It does not matter. It's just stimuli and response. And so this is also really important of like, what happens, why a lot of people think this is they get this shiny object syndrome. All right, I tried, this paid ad method, it didn't work. I hear this a lot. Oh, I tried, paid ads on Meta, on Facebook or on Instagram. Oh, it didn't work, so let me try YouTube or let me try X. And it's just like, it's laughable. Like, that's just shiny object syndrome. Just because it wasn't working for you, it's not that the method or the channel doesn't work, it's you did it wrong. And so you choosing a shiny object, a new thing, is actually like the worst possible thing you can do. Because anything new, any new jump is like, it has the lowest probability of success. Because if you've already done some meta ads, for example, you spent some money, you have some data you can actually work off of. Or you invested money to get this data from the market. Even if you see this data is like, hey, these stimuli suck and they don't work at all. That tells you something. That tells you, hey, let me do like the opposite of this. Let me do something drastically different. That's still valuable data right there. All right, so please, like, don't fall for shiny object syndrome. This is a big reason why a lot of people will, buy into what these different gurus say of like, oh, well, cold email is the only way. Paid ads is the only way. This shiny funnel is the only way. Like, it's all crap. Like it's just sales. Like that's all it is. It's a unique mechanism. And the reason they do that is because unique mechanisms, they tend to bring hope for most people, because most people have this thinking pattern of, oh, well, let me look for something shiny and brand new because that must be what's working. It's all this shiny like object syndrome that you have, and it's just like, it's not the truth. It's the fundamentals, it's the principles. That's what matters. Stimuli and response. All right, using the scientific method, getting data and iterating based off that data. Like those are the things that are always core and will never change. All right, we don't have a super crazy unique mechanism because we just use the principles. We use the foundational principles that always apply. All right, I'm getting the sun coming in now, so I apologize if the lighting is kind of crazy. Let's see if we can shift over here a bit. But that's like the big message I have here. Like, please stop falling for shiny object syndrome. All right, stick to one method. All right, so if you see competitors who are doing your method and they're succeeding, that means it can work for you. So stick with one thing, all right, stick with just outreach, stick with just paid ads, stick with just content, and do it until you make it work. Do that. If you want to speed up the process, pay someone who's already done it and make it work. But stop switching and jumping and jumping and jumping. The reason you do this is because the emotional cycle changed, by the way. So if you want to understand what's actually going on, like why your brain behaves like this, is because there's these 5 cycles of change when you're ever trying something new. There's uninformed optimism, that's stage 1, that's where you start. I'm like, oh, well, I saw this guy on Instagram, he's doing this thing, this new funnel, this 360 backflip 3000 funnel, and it looks amazing, like he's making a ton of money. Let me try this out. It looks easy, it looks fast, let's do this thing. All right, that's where everyone starts. That's where it all starts. This 1, and you get to 2 quite quickly, which is informed pessimism. All right, you try it out, and you're like, holy crap, this is hard, this sucks, it's not working for me. I just started this, a week, 2 weeks ago, and it sucks now. And you realize there's all these problems that you have to fix. That's stage 2. Stage 3 is the valley of despair. All right, valley of despair. So this is where you're in your dumps. You're like, oh, it's been 3 weeks, man. It's been 3 whole weeks, and nothing's working. And so this is where most people quit, is stage 3, the valley of despair. And so most people don't even get to stage 4 and 5, and 4 is informed optimism, 5 is success. All right, most people don't get to 4 and 5 because they just quit at number 3. And they repeat this 1 through 3 cycle time and time again with new opportunities, new mechanisms. Let me try paid ads. Okay, this didn't work. Let me try outreach. Okay, this didn't work. Let me try a different channel. Oh, this didn't work. And you try it for like 3 weeks and then you just repeat over and over again. It's the worst possible thing you can do. And I'm saying this, I'm making this video because I've done it myself. All right, I've been there. And so I know the pain, I know the mistake because I lived it. And so I realize, hey, ignore the shiny objects, stay true on principles, all right, fundamental principles, that's what matters, all right? So just what I'm saying here, stimulus and response, focus on that, all right? Get enough data, observe the data, and then iterate based on the data. That's using the scientific method. If you want an actual method for that, that's what that is, all right? So you're using stimulus and response, statistics, and the scientific method. If you do that, like it's impossible to fail. Like it's literally impossible to fail over a long time horizon. So please do the boring, successful route. All right, it's moderately hard to do because you just need focus, you need patience, and it takes time, but you will be successful if you do that. You won't be successful if you jump from shiny object to shiny object, which is what most people do. So I hope you got the message in this video. Stop believing your limiting beliefs of, oh, I tried this thing, it doesn't work for me. That's just BS. That's just shiny object syndrome speaking. Stick to one thing, make it work. That's going to be your path to success. If you do want to skip like the experimentation phase, I can't even say the word, experimentation phase, that's what I mean. Go ahead and click the link below if you want a explainer video on my offer. I basically help install a predictable client acquisition system into your coaching business. So if you want that, click the link below for an explainer video. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.